Welcome to the Wellness Biz Academy, where we turn passionate practitioners into profitable practice owners. I'm Cass Duffield, corporate business strategist and naturopath, showing you how to build a thriving practice with simple, proven systems that work. Let's create the practice that you long to have, because it's time to start living your passion and growing your practice. Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode. I'm Cass Duffield. Today we are talking about freebie funnels. Freebie funnels. Now, freebie funnels are a surefire way to boost your visibility, to grow your email list, and in my view, it's a great way to put lead generation on autopilot. But it's a simple and really effective strategy that many online businesses just aren't using. I thought we would bring it up as an episode on the podcast today because of late, I've had a lot of business owners on calls with me telling me that they are struggling to keep a steady client flow in their business, yet they aren't using funnels. And some of them, unfortunately, aren't using any other lead generation strategies either, for that matter. So today, that's why we're talking about freebie funnels and how to have success with freebie funnels in your business. They are a great way to connect with your audience. They're a great way to bring new leads into your business. And let's remember, leads become clients. Nurtured the right way, leads become clients. That's why it's really important to be always bringing new leads into our business. So today on the episode, we're going to be talking about exactly what are freebie funnels, how you can use them in your business, why I think they're really crucial for any business right now. And I'm also going to give you a few best practice tips and some tricks that I've learned along the way that are going to help you get better success with your freebie funnel too. So friends, let's get into it. First up, exactly what is a freebie funnel anyway? Let's be clear, a freebie funnel is the same thing as a lead magnet. So if you've heard the term lead magnet, we're talking about the same thing. It's named a lead magnet for the way that it literally magnetizes leads into your business. And these freebie funnels, these lead magnets, they can be and should be a really important part of your marketing collateral. You know that in the online business world, standing out is crucial, and you also know it can be really hard to do so. I see so many of you amazing people working really hard on things like social media. You're posting reels, you're posting stories, you're using static posts, you're going live. And for all of that hard work, you are seeing very little traction for all of that effort. A freebie funnel is a way to fast track that process by bringing the right people straight to your door. And how you do that is by offering them something valuable that they will want to have, that they'll want to access. Now, I'm sure you've seen these before. Sign up boxes on websites, give me your email, and you'll get this amazing thing. They're used everywhere, and a lot of times they're not used very well. So today we're going to talk about how you can use them in ways that are a lot more effective. But I'm sure you've seen them before. It could be a downloadable document or a PDF workbook. It could be a video series. It could be a workshop. It could be a webinar. I've seen audio files. Really anything that your audience would find value in, that they're willing to exchange their email address for, could become a freebie funnel or a lead magnet. There really are no rules to what goes into these, as long as it suits your audience and your ideal client. So that's the premise of a freebie funnel. It's a way to grow your audience and to build your list. And you know, because you've been listening to my podcast for a while, you know that I think email and your email list is the gold nugget in your marketing toolbox. I think everybody should be focusing on growing their list every single day. So a freebie funnel can put your email growth into high gear, and it can put it onto autopilot and do it for you. Now, not all freebies are created equal. The key here is offering something that your audience really does want. They won't hand over their email address just for any old freebie. The days of that happening are gone. It's got to be something now that they see worth in, that they see value in. You need to consider your audience and your ideal client with some detail when you think about your freebie funnel, because you need to offer something that they actually need and that they will actually want. And I think it's important also to deliver it in a way that's really mindful of who they are. For example here, a busy mum, if she's your ideal client, she probably wouldn't have the time to complete a detailed workbook, no matter how pretty it's been made on Canva. She probably doesn't have the time to sit down and fill out that workbook. But she might be able to find the time to listen to an audio file or a podcast. Similarly, a person that's working in a busy 9 to 5 job, if that's your ideal client, they most likely won't have a free hour to watch an hour-long masterclass, but they could probably consume that content in a video series where the videos are only 5-6 minutes each, videos that are straight to the point. So the key here is aligning the type of freebie that you're using so it suits your audience and your ideal clients. The second tip I have for you when it comes to creating your freebie is you have to make it something they see real value in. It's got to have some real value. A great way I find to accomplish this element of a freebie funnel is to ask myself, would someone pay for this? Or could I sell this as a low ticket product? If the answer to either of those questions is yes, then I believe it can be a very effective freebie. Some easy pointers that you can follow when you're developing your freebie are, firstly, make sure it speaks to your ideal client. It speaks to the problem that they have. And does it actually speak to the problem that they have? There's no point giving away a recipe book if you're selling maths tutoring. It's got to have a really clear alignment. Secondly, does it resonate with the problem that they're trying to solve, and will it start their journey? I often say that when a client's coming to work with us, we have to think about the solution we're giving them and think about it on a spectrum of 10 steps, 1 to 10. And that lead magnet, that freebie, should be giving them step 1 or step 1 and 2. It should start that journey and give them the first steps to take. Also, is that freebie that you're offering, is it easy to understand? Is it fast to consume? It's not going to nurture anyone if it is so complicated, lengthy, or overly detailed that they can't actually use it. It also has to provide a quick win. Regardless of what the freebie is, it has to be a quick win. It needs to be a snippet of those results that I just explained that they would get working with you. It's going to show them how quick and easy and results driven it would be to work with you. That's the point of this freebie funnel. And also consider, is it instantly available? This person has already given you their email address, so don't make them jump through any more hoops to access it, such as having multiple opt-in levels, or they have to go and hunt their emails for some login codes. Make it quick and easy and instantly available. And lastly, it really does have to have a high perceived value, and it needs to show your expertise within the problem. Let me give you an example of this, because I've been changing all of the freebie funnels and lead magnets in my business this year. I have quite a few running in my business at any one point in time, and I've recently updated pretty much all of them. So yes, I do have some PDFs, I do have some checklists, I have some marketing templates, absolutely. But I have updated all of them, and I've added 2 brand new freebies in recent weeks, and they are getting an awful lot of traffic. The first one I added is a quiz, and it is a quiz called Your Personalized Marketing Blueprint. Now, realizing that a lot of my audience and a lot of my clients struggle with what marketing should I do? I find marketing hard. I find marketing overwhelming. I don't know where to start. So to answer that question for them, I put together this quiz, and after a short series of very simple questions, it delivers a report that recommends the best marketing channels that person should be using, channels that would be best suited to their strengths. The second freebie that I've added is an answer to another main problem that I see my audience having, and it stops them in their tracks before they can even start to market their business consistently. And that issue is mastering their marketing message. People are so stumped when it comes to creating a marketing message. So to help with this, I created and added a new freebie funnel to my business, and it is a free video series. It's called The 5 Steps to Master Your Message, and this literally walks the user through the 5 steps that I would take them through to create a marketing message that actually gets results. I deliver this in 5 short videos, they're not even 5 minutes each. and they can consume it really quickly, really easily. And there's also a one-page checklist that they can download on the video training page. So you can see how with those two new lead magnets, the quiz and the videos, that I've not only answered the main problems that my audience are having, but I've done it in a way that makes it really easy for them to consume and use. Both of these freebies are being really well received right now, and they're being downloaded more than 10 times as much as my leading PDF workbook. How amazing is that? So it's well worth having a look at the freebies that you do have in your business if you're running some right now, and consider how you might be able to improve, change them to get better traction. Now that you know what a freebie funnel is and how you might be able to deliver one, why would you use it exactly? What's the point? As I've alluded to before, it really is a list building exercise. It's a way to add people to your email database who are interested in what you do. But getting your freebie into their hands is just the start of the journey. Once they're on your list, the key is to nurture them and keep that conversation going. What you want to do over time is turn their interest and their curiosity into perhaps a discovery call and into a booking and a sale. And you do this by nurturing these people through a series of what could be educational content, engaging content, perhaps exclusive offers. You might be inviting them to free trainings or a masterclass. It's a way to move them through your sales process towards buying from you or signing up to work with you. Let me be really realistic here though. It's not a matter of brand new leads that jump on your list through your successful freebie funnel, coming to work with you and paying you big bucks within mere weeks. That just isn't the case. Not most of the time. It does happen. Don't get me wrong. It does happen. But in most cases, it takes a little longer. And we have seen time frames extend over the last couple of years. Often too, the higher the investment, the price of working with you, the longer someone takes to nurture towards working with you. What's really interestingly is go back a few years, statistically, we used to see that somebody needed 7 or so touch points before they signed up to work with you. These days, it's more in the vicinity of 30. So that shows that people need a lot more trust building and a lot more getting to know you before they're going to take the next step forward. In all honesty, in my business, it's not uncommon for people to be on my list for a year or even 2 before coming to work with me. I have an amazing new client recently, and she's been on my list for 2 years. She's come to a number of workshops and a number of free masterclasses. She's downloaded a number of different freebies. And now was the right time for her to come and work with me. So don't feel bad if it takes some time for some of your leads to nurture through your list. Now, when we're talking freebie funnels, one of the questions I get asked a lot is, Cass, does my business need a freebie funnel, or does every business need a freebie funnel? In my opinion, yes, everybody who has a business that has an online presence should be growing an email list, and you should be using freebie funnels. I think it's a no-brainer. But even in my natural health clinic, where I had a thriving face-to-face practice and I had one-to-one clients as well as online, I still had multiple online freebie funnels running. These were used to build my list and build my list for programs that I was planning to come out. This list building activity that I was doing, it meant that when I first launched my gut recovery program, I had a 6-figure launch the first time I ever ran it. Over $100,000 revenue from the first run of that program, all from people who really needed the help that gut recovery offered. But more than that, I used to use freebie funnels in my organic tea business as well to build a list of leads. I do think that pretty much every business can benefit from using freebie funnels. But if you are online, be that partly or be that fully, I think using freebie funnels becomes essential. With that in mind, and knowing that you should be using these in your business, what are some of the best practices that you can start doing when it comes to creating and using these in your business? Creating a freebie funnel that converts, it can require a little bit of upfront effort, that's for sure, but the payoff can be so much greater. As I mentioned earlier, identifying what your target audience really want, what they really need, how they want it delivered, that's the cornerstone to creating a freebie funnel that's actually successful. Next, you need a landing page on your website that is engaging and just really simply describes what the freebie is and the benefits they'll get from it. That's where you would have your sign up, your registration box. With this landing page, I recommend that you don't make it too long. It's got to be just the key points, just the key benefits. What we see statistically is the longer your freebie landing page is, the less conversions you get, the less signups you get. And I think this comes from the fact that your audience is starting to wonder, why are you trying so hard to convince me to take the free thing? Yep, they start to get a little bit jaded. So keep it short, keep it to the point, mention the key benefits, make sign up really easy, put the box right there, and make it a simple yes for them. And what's interesting too, the more information you ask for in that sign up process can actually reduce the signups that you get. In my business, I actually see a 10 to sometimes 20% reduction in the number of signups I get on these freebie funnels when I ask for extra information. So when I ask for just the first name and an email, I get sometimes 10 to 20% more signups than pages where I ask for the first name, the last name, and the email. I know it's crazy, isn't it? But that's the way the world works. So we will appease and we will just ask for the first name in the email. I'd also consider too, if you need the mobile number, I'm seeing more and more freebie funnels put out there now with the requirement of a mobile number. I think that does put off a lot of people. And I know personally, I won't give my mobile number to any of those. As soon as I see that, I would rather not have your freebie. So consider for your target audience how they would feel about asking for that mobile number. Don't just put it on because everybody else is doing it. What I want to leave you with today when we're thinking about these funnels is it's more than just lead generation. It's more than just email list building. You can use funnels in your business for a number of different purposes. They're a great way to automate actions in your business. You could use funnels to, yes, bring in new leads and add to your business. You absolutely can and you should. But you can also use funnels to promote offers. You can use them to make sales. You can build engagement with them. You can garner signups for your webinar or your workshops. You could build a wait list for a program that you're planning, and you can actually use them to convert the leads into clients by using sales funnels with the right offers. Having an effective freebie is absolutely a great way to grow your list and to build your audience. People that have opted in through your freebie funnel are actually more primed to buy from you because they already like what you offer. They liked it enough to give you an email address and download their freebie, didn't they? So they are primed to buy from you in the future. Plus, your freebie has given them a quick win. You've proved your worth, you've proved your expertise, and now they trust you more. Freebie funnels are a fantastic way to start that relationship off on the right foot. You've offered something of value in exchange for the opportunity to show them what you can do and to nurture that deeper connection. Yes, these funnels might take you a little bit of time in tweaking and optimizing, but once you get them right, you will find a steady flow of new leads coming into your business, leads that over time you can convert into clients. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you found some valuable points in this episode. If you have, I would love it if you would subscribe to the channel and leave a review. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you back on the podcast next week. Thank you for listening to the Wellness Business Academy podcast with me, Cass Duffield. If you are interested in growing your practice, come get my free guide, The Practice Success Toolkit, at cassduffield.com or grab it in the show notes. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time.